Here we are.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yes, we are live. So, this special day, we're going, or we are ending an era and going into a new one. In the end and the beginning. It's a special edition today with Roger and me, where I put Roger on the spot. Roger has been featured on Next Level Soul podcast before with Alex Ferrari. He's been on two shows at GAIA TV, I think. And yeah, his life is very interesting and kind of incredible, as I could never hide as long as he did. He is receiving information since 1989, so he is writing down information that's really about to change your life and is changing your life. I'm very sure if you allow the wisdom to just be without overthinking it, just allowing the wisdom to sink into your system and allow the information to restructure your being. So Roger is also talking, and his channeling is talking about the restructuring of this world. So we are all right now in a restructuring of this entire planet, but also of ourselves, because we are part of the planet. The planet is us. We are the planet, and we are restructuring. So Roger has been in a very interesting state today, and I just told him, bro, we gotta go. Since I met Roger, I have the strong call to align with his mission. And I just changed my mic. I don't know if it's better or not. To change his mission. And it's about, yeah, the new world, the new human, I believe as well. And the information that he is channeling is very aligned with what I'm transmitting as well, with what I'm aligned to since birth. The information that I'm receiving, it's cosmic guidance, it's cosmic wisdom. It's applicable any day, anytime, no matter where you're at on your life's journey, you can extract some piece of information, some wisdom, not just information, but wisdom
Mm.
out of this, what you can utilize. Wisdom is truth, truth is love, and love is wisdom. So let's keep it going, brother Roger. Um, what are you about to do now?
I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to be completely authentic. Um, because when we hide out, it doesn't serve us or anyone else, and I've been doing that for quite a while. Um, I'm going to go back to the beginning. So I need people. I need others to understand because I would have never been in this place. I would have never been doing this when I first started in 1989.
He
I was
tried it. He tried to do everything, by the way, guys, to hide.
Mhm.
But first, before you tell the story, tell what happened with your physical body whilst you were hiding and not getting the information out, and you were kind of trying to fit into the system.
I was going through every kind of medical illness, disease, every possible thing
Tell
you
us a
can.
few.
Uh, I'm sorry.
Tell us a few of them.
Oh wow. I mean, I started by first having all kinds of body problems. I mean, backaches, I mean, all kinds of things like that. But then allergies and
Mm-hmm.
just um, every childhood disease, everything I came down with over the years, and it just kept getting worse, basically. And then the one thing was cluster headaches, and these are called the suicide headaches. People, you want to kill yourself, and I went through those for years because they're so painful that you just want to get out of your body. And I couldn't figure out
Mm-hmm.
why this was happening, and it was going on for years. And then it was because I was resisting myself, and I kept doing it. So one day I decided I was going to cure them, which they are not curable. That's what you hear from doctors.
But
But
you cured them.
yes, in 2005, because I said I know what this is, and I
So
just
you
said
had the information to cure your body, to heal the disease that the doctor said you wouldn't heal.
yes, and I kept and I
Okay.
it kept telling me that it wasn't curable, and I said that's not possible. I'd
Mm-hmm.
seen enough that I knew that, but I knew it was me who was resisting because I couldn't accept what I'd been given, what was coming through. Because I had started in '89, but now we're in 2005. 1990, I was going through other
Hmm.
things. In That
Just
was
just tell us what. Just go into the specifics of it.
well, I discovered I was HIV positive. That was in 1990, and so then I go to the doctors and they said, "Well, you don't need anything," and nobody could figure out why I didn't need medication or anything else. And I'm going, this does that didn't make sense. And then I kept hiding it, and I didn't want them to talk about it. I told my doctor not to even mention, not to say anything because I didn't understand it. Um, and anyway, in 1989, when I
So
first
the
started,
information, let's bring it together because I want to keep it dynamic in this conversation because we want to be very authentic. We don't want to like I know people say stories are important, but I'm not too much of a storyteller. I'm also being told that story will be my way to convince to not to convince, but to get people into what I'm talking about as I just like talk about things that most people don't get and just get when they hear my story, where I come from, what I did. So it's great that you talk about what you did, but
but
it was the cluster headaches. Tell
right.
us about your foot. When did your foot heal and you're
That
walking? How's this now?
Oh, I can walk perfectly now. That was 90. That started in
You can work
1995.
perfectly now. And what happened with your foot and when?
I lost part of my left foot because I was in
Hmm.
the hospital for a month or more, and I came down with some strange disease. They couldn't figure out what it was.
And for how long? And for how
Um,
long couldn't you walk properly?
um, years, for several years, and then I
Okay.
I was doing all kinds of things, going to doctors, getting orthotic, all kinds orthotics. They said they
Hmm.
thought I was going to have more
What
surgeries, and
has changed? What has
I
changed so you could walk again?
I started to accept myself.
Hmm.
I
So,
It
and
was
what's the information about that you received from 19, so, well, no, let me say it differently. So you received information from 1990, no, from 1989
89.
on
Mhm,
that you kind of were aware of, but not have fully accepted. And
mhm,
because you haven't fully accepted it, you got cluster headaches
mhm,
that or doctors said you couldn't cure, but you cured them. You
mhm.
had parts of your left foot being, how do you say it?
Amputated.
Amputated
It
is yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of similar word in German.
yeah,
Amputated, but you and you couldn't walk for ages, but now you can walk again. So
yep,
basically, the the healing
mhm,
itself started by not you actually trying to heal it, but you changed the way you
right,
behaved. You changed the way that you act. Changed the way that you talked,
mhm,
and therefore your physical body started to change again. Is this right?
yes, and that's what I started to see, and so nobody saw the messages before 2007 or 8. That's when they first started coming out, and this was after I had all this healing had taken place. And that's when it came about because I started to allow it, but it still was pulled out of me. I started to allow it to come through because I thought people aren't going to understand this or accept it. And I'm hiding. But I
Hmm.
knew that I had made this direct connection to consciousness, to universal consciousness, and it's astonishing to me. And this
And
is
we all
why,
have it available, universal
yes.
consciousness. There's like nothing. I remember myself like being a child, like sitting in church and receiving the information that I'll do things as Jesus did. And
Hmm.
I was judging myself for it.
Hmm.
I was like not really like the ego wasn't comfortable with it. And I think you can relate with your story. And it's like, come on, like who am I to say that I'll be able to do things like this? And in a
Right.
world like this, where like people are just over the surface and you come along with like information that's just the grain, the foundation of it all, but no one talks about the foundation of the universe in this world, or hasn't been talking about the foundation of the universe in this world.
Hmm.
Maybe Jesus did, or Buddha, or Krishna, or some other great teachers who walked this earth, or masters. But it's like, but you receive this information by yourself, like by writing it down every single morning.
Hmm.
So we all have access to that, is what I want to make very clear in this talk.
Absolutely.
And so now we're in a time of evolution of humanity where we're shifting. The Chinese calendar says we're going from the wooden snake to the fire horse. So
Hmm.
we have a few days left in the wooden snake. We feel like the shedding has been incredible in the last year, actually.
Hmm.
And also like the fire horse, like I mean, you feel my fire in this episode probably eventually. Like I'm on fire. I have so much drive in the last few days on how I connected with people around the world, and just like we are just vibing together and building this great ecosystem of love and connection and unity and sharing consciousness
Mhm.
that just changes my life every single moment right now, faster and faster than it has been in the last few years. So what did you decide to do now? Like, give me like an answer in less than a minute.
Because I know that I have the answer to someone to our world and to any individual's difficulty because we're all progressing. And the message I received
Hmm.
tomorrow says, I received it last year, but this is the order that I received. It says self acceptance is still your challenge. That's for every person, accepting who they are and why they're on
Yeah.
the planet.
And
And
it's like we gotta accept our true self. I don't
yeah,
have to accept everything that's happening around me. I don't have. I can let it go. I can see it. Okay, yes, but I'm not accepting that some evil stuff, some evil characters are playing out. Like, I don't accept that. I don't want this in this world, and I'm openly talking about it. So
right.
this gotta leave this earth. This is gonna leave this earth. Those evil shit is gonna leave this earth. I'm
And
just telling it.
that's,
And
yeah,
what you're saying there, Roger, what I hear is that it is actually the self-acceptance, the acceptance of our own inner wisdom, our own
yeah,
inner guidance that makes us heal,
hmm,
connect, and just be happy
yes,
without needing any outer confirmation. So the
right,
information, when you say you have the answer for everyone, I want to make this clear for the people. When
hmm,
you say you have the answer for everyone, what you're actually saying there is that wisdom is the answer. And
yes,
you provide the wisdom so people can take what they need, what they resonate with for
right.
themselves in their current state of being to move to the next level.
Yes. And we each have roles that we play. And so, and because consciousness always exists, we're always, this is the thing that kept coming through when I first started doing live channeling, which I wasn't going to do. They said, you've always existed, you're eternal, and your consciousness has done strange things before. We've all done that. But when we can move through that and remember who we are from that more authentic self, then we start to we evolve, we heal, we become abundant because now we're aligned with the energies of the universe, and that's what we're each
Hmm.
meant to do. And I had to be hidden from it all because I couldn't have my ego be involved in receiving this information for all those years. And that was purposeful. This is why the information is so pure, because it's not me getting involved. And that's the thing that it was challenging to explain to others why this work was so transformative, because it's coming to from a different place, which means every single person has worth and value. We just get lost at times. That's all. And I had to live
Hmm.
this life to bring it in.
Okay. So before we came on here,
Hmm.
tune into the feeling that you had when you said, I'm clear now. Put
Hmm.
this in a like and take time before you answer.
Hmm.
Put this in one or two sentences, maybe three or five, but not more than this. What you are clear about now.
I'm clear that we're moving through this generational change in our world, and each person has something to offer that's within them. And when they come into alignment with that, with what they're meant to do, they start to live much better lives. They heal, they become abundant, and then we shift the planet. That's what happens.
Boom. Boom. Guys, have you heard this? Roger, say this one more time.
We are moving through a generational change. We're meant to let go of our old stuff, our old selves, and move into the higher portions of who we could become because it's within each person. And then we start to affect because everything's energy. And so then we start to heal because we're healing ourselves. That's why I experience mind body healing. Then we start to give that to others. That's a ripple effect of how the world
Mm-hmm.
changes. And we're all doing. And you said, and the other thing, no, everyone's not going to do it. That's just, but they're helping because see, when we view other things, it's awakening us, and that's what's meant to happen. But every soul takes a different journey. But more of us are here now to remember what we can become, and that's
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it. It's just so time. It is just so about time. Like look how many times, like, look at our past, like the 2000 years, and just,
Mhm.
guys, all of you, just let's leave it behind.
Mhm.
Let's leave it behind and move on. We are one humanity, we are one love. All the
Right.
great teachers talk about the same thing. Um, Jesus, Buddha, like, they wouldn't be in different religions, they would be in the same one, called love. This is what I believe to be true.
Right.
Be religious, have your belief, have your faith. I really do feel and see that this is important, but see the value behind that, and see like if that we are all just like really wanting to be whole again, to be
Mhm.
one again with that what we are, which is love in our essence, and the wisdom that Roger is providing for years now, and really the things that I'm aware of since a child, and I'm looking at the children from today. And even if someone of you guys and you're one of those gifted kids, I know you listen to this one day. It's our time, and we're so grateful that you're here and we are experiencing a great shift of humanity. I give my best to be able to help us all, and myself included, stabilize this rapid change, as I feel like I am part of the future human. I always felt like I'm here to bring what's inside of me, to just share it openly and freely. All I do is for a non-profit, is a non-profit intention. I don't want to be wealthy in the way that the people perceive wealth to be like, most of us. I want to, everything that I'm receiving, I put back into mission humanity, and mission is world peace. So we're really asking for your own support. It starts with you. Start with you. Listen to this wisdom, apply it, learn to integrate the wisdom, and really take one step at a time. You don't need to be as fast
Mhm.
as you think you need to be. Actually, slowing down can be a great way to speed up your life. So we're keeping it very short in this one. Roger, what's present with you before we?
We all have cognitive dissonance. And I just want to talk about that because we will see things done or accomplished and we won't believe it's possible. That's part of evolving. And so the things that I've done, people, it's challenging for them to accept it because they've never seen it before. I had never seen it, but we're each meant to bring something new to the world. And that is what is occurring now. And so I have to become willing, because that's why I hid for so long, because the things I was doing, I I couldn't believe it. But then I know that
Mhm.
there's certain people who will want to move to that greater understanding of who they are, and that's what I was given. And even through my resistance, that's what it was. And so now we can accomplish so much more.
We can accomplish anything,
Yes.
and we all feel the shift is happening. We may can't really grab it,
Hmm.
but my body is changing. I feel
Hmm.
it. Um, and your body is changing. You mentioned we talked about this.
Hmm.
And guys, we are winning generation. You and we. There's no separation. There's unity, consciousness. We are all consciousness. We are all connected. Science is proving it. So let's leave all of that behind, which is not actually elevating us and serving us, and come together in unity, consciousness, and love. So thank you, Roger, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, guys. See you.